Hello, everybody. Sorry, I just had to turn the flashlight off. It is like 4 in the afternoon for this. So what I've been obsessing over the last couple of days is turning my my PC. Yeah, I know my room's a complete mess, into a Hackintosh, and what? I'm smoking at the same time right now. Don't smoke, kids. So because I'm just not a fan of Windows. I don't like their interface. I don't like a lot of especially telemetry and the way that they're just kind of spying on me. And because I really like Unix-based systems, I decided to convert over to the Mac OS. Now, I hate Apple computers. I think they're grossly overpriced for the amount of performance that they are offering. So what I decided to do... Hold on one second. Anyways, so what I decided to do was turn my PC into a Hackintosh. I followed all the instructions on the Tony Mac website, but I did encounter a few errors that I didn't want to share with everybody. About my experience turning my computer into a Hackintosh. Some of the things that work, some of the things that don't work. It's about 95% working. So far, I've turned it to the point where the only thing that doesn't really work is the microphone. So without further ado, I'm going to show you my boot process and what some things that you might expect when building a Hackintosh. My build, my specs are posted down below. It's a Skylake build, Z170 chipset. It's an MSI board. So for all I didn't know this, but for all people who are trying to turn their computers into a Hackintosh with an MSI board, you may very well need to use an emulated NV RAM when installing your bootloader on your drive. There's going to be a selection if you follow the instructions for multi-beast and stuff like that from Tony Mac. If you do it and you find yourself unable to inject your NVIDIA drivers, the reason is because you need to use emulated NV RAM. The board does not support NV RAM. So without further ado, let's boot up, and I'll show you some of the things that I gotta do. Power button works, I just didn't push it hard enough. Alright. Now this computer, so a lot of people take a look and say, well, why the fuck would you want to turn this into a Hackintosh? I mean, for God's sake, this computer is just too powerful. Well, like I said, I like Unix-based systems. I'm more comfortable with the command line. The NT-platform I don't like, and though I respect Microsoft for everything that they've done, I think it's about time for them to just collapse and throw in the towel. They've been on top for way too long, and Sierra is actually not too bad. I can't wait for a High Sierra to come out with some more support, like external GPU via Thunderbolt and stuff like that. And Apple's going to be the first to feature a Vega GPU on the AMD side in a computer. So the first sneak peek of Vega that we're going to see is going to be no, not gaming level, of course, like video design and shit like that. But anyways. So what I have to do when I boot it up, and it takes a few times, it just kind of happens. I have to verbose and use NVIDIA web drivers. Now, here's another very, very key thing right here. With a Mac OS Sierra 10.12.5, the boot argument NVIDIA driver equals 1 does not work by itself. You need to have something that goes into your system parameters. There we go. So basically, if you follow the instructions, I'm not going to go into the installation process. I would recommend going through a virtual disk to create a bootable USB. First and foremost, don't do it with any of the RAR or RAW files that people have on Google Drive, just get a virtual disk image and look on YouTube for that. Anyways, so system parameters. Oh, whoa, wrong button. I use space instead. There we go. So you can't see it in system parameters right here. But one of the things that they included for NVIDIA is in 10.12.5, you have to now use a what was it? A web NVIDIA sort of thing. I'm not entirely sure how that works. NVIDIA Web, it injects into the bootloader, into the system parameters somewhere. You're going to have to use that if you want to use 10.12.5, the latest, currently the latest version of Sierra. Anyways, so start in verbose, use NVIDIA Web drivers. This makes the boot argument NVIDIA drivers equals 1 relevant, and boot Mac OS with select options. I'm going to do this all in real time. Oh, it worked. It worked the first time. Okay, sometimes I got to do it like 2 or 3 times. It's about 95% perfect. I have the audio working with the Voodoo HDA driver, the 1150 codec that comes in Multi-Beast does not work. All right. And as you can see, my NVIDIA driver did not kick in. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to type in my password. That's going to happen a few times. And now it boots up. See? So right now it's got OS 10 default graphics driver. I know, I'm a noob. I can just set that up with the FI boot and just have that set as default, but I'm not doing that. So I'm not doing that yet. I just had this completely done yesterday. Restart your system. So booting is still a little tiny bit of an issue until I fix all that in EFI. But I figured I'd make this video and first show off my shiny new Hackintosh. And we're gonna click verbose. We're gonna use NVIDIA web drivers. Boot Mac OS with selected options, and it worked. There we go. There it goes, all that crazy lines of text saying what goes, what doesn't, flags, what it's doing, etc, rc, installer cleanup, no such file or directory, and now we have NVIDIA. So as soon as I see Summer Glau in a bikini, I know that that it worked. Oh, I just showed you my password right there. I'm gonna blank that out. So there we go. If you guys will excuse me for one more second, I have my headset currently set as the default sound device. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to... I'll let you guys look at Summer Glau for a little bit while I plug in my... Where is it? Where is it? Stupid cable. See, I have this Mackie mixer right here that I have the 2 line out. What I'm going to do is, why don't I just follow it down? Oh, there it is. There's a lot of cables over here. A lot of cable clutter at my desk at this current point in time. Like I said, I've been obsessing over this for a few days now. So this is driving me crazy. I'm gonna turn on my speakers. Okay, one more second. Just one more. There we go. Ooh, caught it. All right. So just to show you, you probably hear a little bit of whining. going on over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off line out red rear. I'm going to set it to headphones green front. Sound preferences. Input is disabled. Output is the front headphone port. One thing that I found really cool is that it actually identifies the front port as a headphone port and the back as a line out. I found that cool because it's wrong, and Windows would actually identify plugged into the back as a headphone. Cool, right? Even though it doesn't require any special drivers or anything like that, it just knew that it was a headphone device. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to YouTube and let's look up, just so that we can avoid any copyright or anything like that. Let's just wrong channel, bro. The Savory Milkman channel. There we go. My channel. There we go. And let's just take a look at one of my videos from all the way back then. Okay.
But now it should be recording in 1440p because I just set everything back over to it. Already I can see my CPU utilization.
There we go.
I have games open or anything like that at 20.
So there we go. There we go. That's what my browser used to look like. Again, with the lovely summer glow as my desktop background. Here's the current one. It must be an improvement because I managed to get her out of that tank top and jeans into this bikini, so I must be doing something right. So yeah, basically that's how you should do it. Let's go into multi-beast really quick, and look, we're not gonna do anything. We're just gonna open it up if I have it anywhere. You can see I got that wine going on over there. That's due to the Voodoo driver. Also because it's still picking up my microphone. So it's got a bit of a Jansen effect going on. We'll work that through the plist file. There's a million fixes for that. Is it still doing the Jansen effect? Yep. Jansen effect, for all of you who don't know, is a audio feedback. Basically, it's when sound is when input and output signals become looped. It creates an effect known as audio feedback, and that's the Jansen effect. So yeah, that where the fuck did I put multi-beast? It should be in. I used to use Mac. I used to use Mac OS Sierra, so I'm used to having my mounted drive like already there, right in the corner, and now I have to go to, as far as I know, I have to go to disk utility. There's my drive, show and finder, and there I have everything, right? UEFI backups, extensions. Alright, so all my files, let's just go there really quick. Just an interesting fact, I didn't actually know that I would have to do that. Multi-Beast Sierra Edition. Let's open up Multi-Beast. Now we're not going to do anything here. Remember what I said. Quick start, UEFI boot mode, emulated NV RAM. Excuse me. And that's how you are going to get the NVIDIA driver working if you have a Pascal-based card, as far as I know, because I do have a Pascal-based card. And that's how you would get it working in this. You would have to collect this. As far as drivers are concerned, another issue that I came into was that the Voodoo HDA version 2.8.8 did not work. in multi-beast. It did not work. So as you can see, I actually have the package right here. I unzipped it and installed it. I believe I used Kext utility. I can't entirely remember. Or I very well could have installed it like this, but I don't remember exactly what I did. And I don't want to do it again because for fear that it might just do another install and then my shit's all fucked up again. I even have the Apple HCA Kext.zip, which I've been unsuccessfully able to install. But for right now, the Voodoo, as you can tell, is actually working. It is actually working for basic audio. The signal is a bit weak from the front to my mixer. I had to really crank up the volume, but over my headphones, which are plugged into the back, it works just fine. All in all, what I would say is that this system is successfully built, and maybe I'll do another video for for anyone who wants to go through the installation process or anything like that. It's really not that hard. It's just really time consuming and really tedious and takes a lot of fresh installs. If like for example, if the audio driver does not work, or if you did not select emulated NVRAM and your NVIDIA drivers aren't working, then you're going to have to do a clean install, and you can obviously follow instructions on YouTube. There are a lot of great guys out there who are offering really great advice. Alright, so there's my Hackintosh. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, comment if you did enjoy it. If you didn't enjoy it, please leave an angry comment down below telling me why I suck and I should not do videos like this. All comments are appreciated. And yeah, if anyone else has any more issues with doing their Hackintosh, I would refer you to Tony Mac X86. Or if you have any questions about my process and how I got things working, and the video did not cover anything, please leave a comment or send me a private message. I'll possibly be able to get back to you with any questions, or direct you to a couple of forum posts that I went through. Apparently audio is a common problem with this, and so are video drivers. So basically the moral of this video is start in verbose. Don't get scared if it's not working right away. Don't get scared if it throws you into boot loops. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. There's always a way. This is proof. All right, YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Peace.